Whoa! What's up, guys? That's right, we have an absolutely beautiful day here in Melbourne, and we have the Rlaarlo AK-917 to check out. Guys, let's get it all set up on the bench, then get a little brushless system in it, take it out for a test. I'm pretty keen. Now, just before we get into the box, guys, as you can see, the blue alloy roller version, that's the one I got. And you've got the carbon fiber roller chassis version just here. And that also comes with either the blue or red shell. I think it does come in, it could be 3 ready to run versions, possibly a brushed version. But I know there is 2 different brushless versions, one with a larger motor and a higher KV, or sorry, higher amp speed control, and then you've got a smaller version with the smaller or lesser capable speed control and motor. So that's good that they've got all them options. But yeah. Now, I was actually one of the first 200 to make an order for one of these AK-917s, so I did get these carbon fiber wings thrown in for nothing. I didn't have to pay for them. That's a bonus. I'll definitely try and install them if I can. They also included this transparent chassis protector. You peel one side off and stick the other side on the chassis, because they have actually made a nice design on the bottom of the chassis. Got your main instruction guide or instruction manual. It's got all the upgrades and replacement parts that you would need in there, as well as a couple of blown up diagrams to show you how to pull apart and put together the car. We have another little booklet here that's got some upgraded motors and the Rlaarlo speed controls and everything. Some very cool Rlaarlo and Emerald stickers, number sheet, and I think there's a couple of other decals on there. Here we have a couple of tools. We've got the wheel wrench and some Allen keys, and then we've got a couple of pieces of double-sided tape, which is obviously for your speed control and receiver. In this bag here, we have the servo mount, tie bar, and servo horn, and a bunch of screws in there. I'd say that'd be obviously for the mount, the servo, and possibly some motor screws. And in this final bag, this is all optional gearing. You got a pinion gear there. I believe that's a 40 tooth. We got a 52 tooth spur, and then a bit bigger spur there as well. We got some gaskets for the differentials, and then a whole bunch of Velcro pieces for the body. There's a few points on the body that you can actually Velcro down to have a tighter fit, so that's always handy. Now, starting at the front, as you can see, there is a massive foam bumper, very chunky. That should definitely help with any crashes or possible impacts that you may have with gutters or something. We have some big bore alloy shocks. They definitely look substantial. They should be good. Got the nice aluminium shock towers on there. They actually look really nice. Apparently all the alloy parts are 6061, so that should be pretty strong. Looking underneath the shock tower, we have the massive Diff housing. Now, they do claim to be running 1/8 scale differentials in these cars. I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, the Diff housing's definitely chunky, definitely large, so there's some decent differentials in there. We have 6061 hinge pin braces front and rear, fully adjustable steering arms, and a nice looking servo saver. We have a super chunky top center brace. This is very substantial. That should be very tough. Shouldn't be much flex in this car at all. Going down, we can see the motor mount, 6061. Then we have the out drives leading to the orange center drive shaft there. I don't believe these are 6061, but hopefully they're pretty strong. Over this side, we have quite a large battery bay. Plenty of room in there for 3 and 4S batteries. Now, going through to the rear end, as you can see, we've got some sway bars on the rear as well. Adjustable top swing arms. We have the spare tire in the back there. I'll definitely be removing that for the speed run. Definitely need more weight up the front for the speed runs. Shocks are super soft. Definitely have to tighten them up. Super thick oil in the front differential, which is awesome. A little bit thinner in the rear end, which is kind of how I set up my cars. This should be pretty well set up as it is. Something that I noticed will cause issues with the steering. If you got the 2 little screws here and here too tight, it will lock everything up. As you can see here, this is very hard to turn. I have removed the steering arms. As you can see, this one kind of spins freely. That's because I loosened off the 2 screws. It does work a bit better, but that means you have to run those screws loose, which is not great. They may back out eventually. And one last thing, guys, it seems the stock motor mount will not allow the smallest spur gear, the 52 tooth spur gear, to mesh up with the 40 tooth pinion. So I had no choice but to go with the 63 tooth spur gear. That shouldn't be a problem. We should get plenty of speed from that. So let's get a little brushless system in it, take it outside, give it a test, see what sort of speeds we can get. Now really quickly, just before we get into the speed run, I did drop the front down a little bit via the droop screws, and I stiffened the preload up a little bit. And on the rear, all I done was stiffen up the preload. I did wind it down, yeah, a fair bit, so pretty sure that's gonna help. I did get the wings, the carbon fiber wings, mounted on the little splitter parts at the rear there, so they're not gonna wobble around. I did have to put a little spacer in between the rear part of the wing. It wasn't parallel with the chassis, and I definitely wanted it as straight as possible. I did bring some foams as well, so if these wheels are extremely bad, I'll chuck the foams on and see if we can do any better. Alrighty guys, as you can see, we've got signal on the GPS, so we'll push track, start, see what we can do on 2S. Oh yeah, it's a bit squirrely. Might have to turn that steering down actually. It's quite high. Alright, we'll bring it in. See what we got. There we go, I think we're good. Stop. Read. 60 kilometers an hour exactly. I did expect around about 60, but not 60 exactly. That's pretty awesome. We'll get the 3S in there, see what we can do. Still synced in, I think. Yep, GPS is still synced in. So we'll push track, start, see what we can do on 3S. I'm hoping for around about 80 kilometers an hour. That will be great. Oh, nice. Wow, that's super stable. All right, we better bring that in. This is a super fun car though, guys. Mine seems to be really stable at these speeds at least. Nice, all right. Did we hit that 80 kilometers an hour? Or more, that would be nice. Stop. Read. 90 kilometers an hour. Excellent, excellent. 3650 size, 3,300 kV motor, 50 amp speed control on 3S. 90 kilometers an hour. Whoa! 91 kilometers an hour, guys. 91 kilometers an hour. For a tiny little setup like this, a little tiny 50 amp speed control. Yeah, guys, that's fantastic. With a bit of work, a few aerodynamic upgrades, modifications, this thing is definitely capable of some high speeds, guys. Really can't wait to see what everyone does to their cars. I have registered for the speed challenge, so look forward to the next couple of videos with this car, because I'm going to start setting it up with the big motor and 6S speed control, so it's going to be much faster than what it is now. It is an awesome car. A little bit expensive, recommended retail price, but if you get onto it real soon, guys, I think it's still on sale for a while. So if you're looking for something fast, interesting, Rlaarlo's own design, this is definitely one to look for, guys. The stock wheels are doing a good job. They seem to be pretty grippy, especially if you get a little bit of warmth into them first. They're exhaust pipes, man. And the gearbox, can't you see the gearbox? No, it's a rear differential, see? Alrighty guys, as I said, this is going to have a lot of changes in the next couple of videos. Should be interesting, and it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Can't wait. Cheers, catch you in the next video, and as always, stay safe. Oh wow, it's cold.